Seisan. That's the original name. It's known to us as Hangetsu, half moon. That's because the steps all move in a half moon shape. So we're going to go through the stance first. So if you put your right leg in front stance. So from here, if you watch what I do with my feet, all I'm going to do is turn my front foot in and my back foot out little. Okay, back to front stance again. So watch my front foot. It turns right in, almost 90 degrees in. So back to front stance. My back foot is pointing roughly 45 degrees forward. So if I turn my front foot in, put my weight in the center, and then bend my knees naturally. Don't let your hips stick out. Roll your hips up. Bend your knees over your big toes. So my knees just bend towards my big toes. It's not a deep stance. Okay, so if I turn this way so you can see, what you want to do, now there's different ways to do this stance. This is the way we do it, and this is from Master Kanazawa. You take a line from your big toe on your right foot and a line from your big toe on your left foot. And when you take a straight line, they should cross, the lines should cross about 5 to 6 foot in front of your face. So if I'm here, I take a line from my big toes and they're going to cross about here, which is perfect. So if you look at my feet, they're very slightly turned in and my knees are bent. My weight is in the middle. And this is Hangetsu-dachi, half moon stance. And we'll get to the half moon bit in a moment. So if you put your right leg in front stance, turn your front foot in, and then adjust your feet. So if you take a straight line from your big toes, it comes to the apex of the triangle about 5 to 6 foot in front of your face, over here. Bend your knees naturally. Then you tighten the inside of the thighs, back of the thighs, front of the thighs, calves. When we do the technique, this is, you tighten. Buttocks, so glutes, tight. Right. Okay, now here we come to the meaning of the kata, half moon. If you watch when I step. So from here, look, watch when I step. So the step, and then if I step from here on the next technique, watch my step. I'm scribing a half moon, like a C shape. So this is where the half moon shape comes from. So, yoi. From here, all I want you to do is bring your left foot to your right foot. 1. And then from here, it goes forward and then arcs out. Then from here, look, when I go to step forward, as I go to move, my front foot pushes forward. Front foot turns forward, back foot comes in. 1. And then semicircle. 2. I'll come back so you can see. And back to yoi, back to the start. So from here, first one, I'm going to come in and then I'm going to scribe. The feeling is like you're scribing a semicircle with your big toe. 1. Then from here, this is where you actually do the half moon. The first move is a little bit odd because you come across. But this one, from where my right foot is at the back, I am going to do a C shape, semicircle. So my right foot, left foot turns to the front, right foot comes in, and then circles. And then when I land, my knees are bent over my big toes, making that triangle 5 to 6 foot in front of my face is where the apex of the triangle is. And there's your stance. Roll your hips up, back straight. Okay. So from here, like I say, the first step is a little bit different to a half moon step because it's more like a 3/4, because to start with, you bring your foot in straight across. and then you circle. Whereas from then on, your back foot moves. So, left leg, 1. Now from here, as I start to move, remember, turn the front foot forward, 2. And then we're going to do one more. Turn the right foot forward, 3. Okay, so watch me now. As I do the first move, I'm going to do a high stance. So I get the arms. Watch my arms. Uchi-uke. So uchi-uke, inside forearm block with the left arm. Same time as I do the arms, my left leg comes in. Do a short stance, 1. Then from here, just slowly, 2. And punch so your shoulders are square. So don't let your knee cave in, but you're going to turn your hips as well. Everything turns. Then from here, look, remember what I said, as you start to step, you're going to turn that front foot forward. As I start to step, I prepare my arms, right arm comes under, and then circle, 2. Then from here, my body's hand is side facing, 3. So now I've got one more. So we're doing 3 steps. My right foot turns to the front. My arms prepare, 1. Then 2. 3. And back. So this kata is a training kata. And my sensei used to beast me, used to beat me. And when I say beat me, he used to beat me. Punches and kicks. And what you have to do in this kata is tighten the whole body. So here we go on the kime thing. Now, what happens with this movement? Seisan, Hangetsu. So the actual name of the kata, Hangetsu, is spelled H-A-N for November, G-E-T-S-U. So a lot of people say Hangetsu, but that U is silent. So it's like Hangetsu. Hangetsu is the correct way to pronounce it, not Hangetsu. So it's Hangetsu. Okay, and it translates as half moon. Now, when we step, we're going to do deep breathing and then tension. So watch what I do here. I'll do the first 2 moves for you, then you're going to see what this is all about. I'll do it properly. So from here, everything's tight. Stomach, legs, neck, lats, glutes, calves, everything's tight. And then I'll relax, and then I'll start to move slowly. And then when I'm 3/4 of the way, I start to tighten all my muscles as I breathe out. Then from here, I breathe in quickly, push my stomach out as I breathe in. It's a quick one, and then slow out. And as I'm punching, I'm squeezing the muscles. Kime, kime, bang, arms, everything. Now I'm going to do one more, slowly. Okay, so this is dynamic tension. So this is a training kata. This is a training kata for the muscles. So it's a conditioning kata. It's an excellent kata. The first part is the easy part. It gets a lot more tricky, but let's see if we can get this part down. I just said a moment ago, it's all about kime. This is a training kata. It's all about tension, dynamic tension. Now, you'll see some dojo do this. And their breathing is very audible. I was always taught to have silent breathing. and tightening the muscles. And that's the way I prefer it. And I remember having a conversation with Shiana Kiyomi Nakami when he agrees with that as well. So it's like internal tension and not this hard breathing. Okay, well, there's nothing wrong with that. But the way we do it is we keep the breathing silent and the body goes hard and tense. Each movement takes several seconds. Try not to speed up. The tendency is to speed up on the punch. Don't speed up. That's slow all the way through. Okay, yoi. So 1 count, guys, this time with tension. So each technique is 1 count. First one, inside block. Remember, half moon. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. And relax. Okay, so as we're carrying on the Kime theme, we're really focusing on tightening all the muscles from the calf up to the neck on each technique. You slowly tighten and squeeze the muscles. Breathe in. We do force the breathing out, but it's natural. Try not to do all this sort of stuff. Okay, you breathe out long and hard, and you tighten the muscles. It takes several seconds for each move. So what I want you to do now, guys, is when you punch, it's a fast breath in. So the block is slow. So if I do the breathing audible, when I breathe in, and then, but when I do the punch, I breathe in quickly and then out slowly. So on the block, the breathing is slow in and slow out. And on the punch, breathe in sharply and out slowly. Don't forget the triangle from the big toes with the point apex of the triangle, 5 to 6 in front of your face. Don't forget the half moon step, the arc. Keep the shoulders down. The body is hammy for the block and shomen for the punch. So we've got all these basic fundamentals inside these 6 moves. So let's put it together now. Go through 6 moves with correct breathing, correct tension, correct kime, correct stance, correct step. As best you can, guys. I know you're just learning the kata, so as best you can. Right. Yoi. So when you're ready, hajime. Okay, that's excellent, guys. Now, some people practice the uchi-uke like this. Some people practice it like this. And if I turn around so you can see the difference from here, this is number 1. Can you see where I'm pulling the elbow back towards my body? And as I pull the elbow back, I tense. And then the other one's the normal uchi-uke. I don't mind which one you do, guys. So you, with this tension kata, sometimes it helps elbow back towards you as it's a training kata. I don't mind if you take the uchi-uke slightly out of context and pull the elbow back towards the body to tighten the lats. Some people do that. It's more of a circular uchi-uke. Right, this is where it starts to get a little bit tricky. So, if you just stand up, guys, I'll come closer so you can. Left leg in front, right arm out. So remember, we start on the left leg, right leg, and then we finish this combination on the left leg. So what I want you to do, look, is as I pull my fist back, I want you to do like we tell you not to do when you do hikata, is let your elbow come out. So normally we'd do this. From here, elbow out. As you pull your right fist back and let the elbow go out, halfway point, bring your left fist towards it. 1. And then both elbows go out as you pull both fists back to the middle of the body, back of the hands up. Okay, right fist out. So as I start to pull my right fist back, my left one goes to meet it halfway. 1. Then from here, as I bring both fists back to the chest, my elbows go out. 2. And 1 more. So if I do this smoothly, 1. Now I want you to make 1 knuckle attack. Ippon ken. Ippon ken is 1 knuckle. So the way to make 1 knuckle, if you can see my hand, here's the fist. I put 1 knuckle forward, my first finger, and I bend it in half, and I push my thumb on the outside of it, and then I make a fist. So I've just got that 1 knuckle sticking out. This is ippon ken, and my thumb is pushed tight against that first finger to hold everything in, and then you're jabbing with this knuckle here. Right. So that's the first knuckle on the first finger protrudes, and the thumb holds it in place. So if you put your right reverse punch out, watch me here, look guys, as I pull my right arm back, my left comes forward, and I make ippon ken with both hands. That first knuckle. So as I pull my fist back, I form that 1 knuckle, and then I pull back to the middle of the body. Okay, reverse punch. Ready? Try that, guys. 1. So remember your thumb is tight, pushed against that finger. And back to reverse punch. 2. Watch what I do here. I just want you open about 6 inches. Pull your fists apart. 1. Now put them back together so that ippon just touches ippon ken, and then forward. Back to reverse punch. So here we go. As I pull my right fist back, the left one comes to it. Make that 1 knuckle attack. Pull back to the middle of your chest. 1. Elbows out to the side, then open 6 inches. 2. Come back together and then forward. 3. Now, if you can see my thumb knuckles now, my thumb knuckles are also sticking out. So where I've pushed my thumb against my first finger, the knuckle on the thumb is protruding, and that's important in a moment. All right, back to reverse punch. So if I show you this 1 count, try that, guys. Ready? 1. Back to reverse punch. 2. Back to reverse punch, and 1 more time. 3. And relax. So we'll go over applications. I'll mention applications in a bit, but not at the moment, so we're working on the technique. So the start of the kata is 3 uchi-uke gyakuzuki. Stepping. Then we do this movement that we've just practiced. From here, watch my hands. My right hand comes on top, palms down. And then I'll go back a bit. And then I lift straight in front. When they're above my head, I pull out to the side. So I want my hands straight up, 90-degree bend on my elbows. Try not to be lopsided. Try not to have the hands coming in or out, straight up. Then from here, watch my hands go up high. They cross with the right hand on top. And then they come to the side. Wrists straight. So take up Hangetsu-dachi, left leg in front. Now, you'll see dojo that do their Hangetsu-dachi quite narrow like this. But I got my Hangetsu-dachi from Kanazawa Sensei, and it was a bit wider. And it's just what I prefer. I don't mind which way you do it, guys. So I suggest that once we do our tutorial, well, you can see our tutorial. I think Sensei does it slightly different to me. I'm old school. And there's different ways to do the stances, and we don't mind which way you do things as long as you do it good. So, okay. So left leg in front, Hangetsu-dachi, reverse punch, 1. So remember, your knees are bent naturally. Don't force it, just let your knees bend a little bit. It's not a deep stance. My legs and inner thighs are tight. From here, first count, ich, open, knee, come together and forward, san. Right hand on top, hands open, ich. Lift your arms up high, and when they're above your head, bring them out to the side and down, 2. From here, my thumbs are bent, look, shuto, wrist straight. My arms go straight up, wrists cross with the right behind at the back, and then arms come down, double shuto, 2. Okay, reverse punch. Ich, open, in and forward. Knee, hands open, out, san, up and over, shi. And back to reverse punch. Ich, knee, san, shi, and relax. Okay, now the hard thing about this next combination that we've just done there is the breathing. I'm going to show you the breathing I was taught and how I've always done it, and then you can choose how you do the breathing. There's a few different ways to do the breathing on this. And this is what I do. So I'll just do a short start so you can see here. So I breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. When my arms are nearly at the top, I start to breathe in, 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 in. I still keep breathing in, and then when I'm at the top, I start to breathe out. And then at the end of this movement here, I do 3 kime. You'll see some people do this. You actually see them physically tighten 3 times. This is just one way to do it. Some people just tighten in 1 and then the next move. So there's a few ways to do this, and we'll go over it in more detail in the when we sectionize the kata. So we'll go over the breathing a lot when we do that. But for this kata, when you breathe in, make sure your stomach sticks out. Don't lift your chest when you breathe in. Stomach. So you're breathing from the bottom of the lungs. So remember, this is a training kata. So you got to breathe deep and breathe long. So I'll show you one more time. I'll do it a little bit more audible so you can hear my breathing. I'll talk as well if I can. So I breathe in and then out. Out, 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 in. And I'm still breathing in. And then when I'm at the top, I breathe out. And then 3 extra kime. 3 extra kime on top of the kime. So you tighten your muscles, then you give it that little bit extra 3 times. So you're breathing out and tighten everything. So along with the breathing, you have to do the tension, kime. So get a bit complicated, guys, isn't it? But from here, so watch what I do now. Tense, 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 tense. I'm breathing in now. And then out. Tense, tense, legs, stomach, lats, glutes. Then the 3 kime at the end. So this is it's a really powerful, good training. You can see why they call this the training kata. My sensei always referred to this as the training kata. The conditioning kata as well, it's known as. Okay, Hangetsu is a fantastic kata. So really, when you do one Hangetsu kata, it's a total workout, total body workout. So let's go through it to count from the start. I'll keep instructing as we're going through it, and then I'm going to watch you do it, guys. Just this section. Yoy! I'm in the trees. Sorry. 1 count, 2 moves. So first count, uchi-uke, gyakuzuki. Kime, focus, tighten the muscles, and then breathe in quickly, and then punch slowly and tighten the muscles, and then relax the muscles but keep your form. Itch. Knee. Sun. Chi. Breathe in, now out. Out, out, in. Stop for a second, then in. Now out. Kime. Okay, very good. So, before I come over and watch, I'd like you to do that with no tension from the start up to there. No tension, just technique. Okay, here we go. So no kime, no tension, just nice and relaxed. Breathe in, good technique. Yoi. Don't forget, half moon. Hajime. So from here, I'm going to step through 45 degrees to my left. As I step through, I'm going to do a double block, a bit like Heian Sandan, but with the hands open. Shuto, Heito. Okay, now, there's lots of different applications for this. There's throws and all sorts. We'll go over that in a moment. But the kata up to this point is slow and powerful, and then it's very explosive. So I'll do it lightly, then I'll show you one fast. So from here, look, remember when I'm in this position and coming round, kime, then from here, I'm going to turn and then grab. Some people have the thumb open, we've always kept the thumb bent at the side, okay? But I know some, because this is a grab, some people have the thumb open and grab properly now, okay? I've always been shown this kata is to just do a small movement like this. So I'll do that move fast and explosive so you can see the timing. I'll do the first bit slow, then I'll turn fast. Okay. You see me? Yeah. So we come to this point. So you'll see the explosive movement now. And then from here, so this is where the kata gets a little bit explosive. So it's fast dynamic movement. So you've got a contrast of slow, powerful, fast, dynamic. And the first one is the first kiai, which I think the whole street heard. So, right. So I'll show you one more time. So when I step through, I've got my left leg in front, my right leg behind. If I take a line from my left foot, from my right foot through my left foot and carry the line on, it's roughly 45 degrees across. I'm going to step on that line when I turn. So I'll step in a straight line with my right leg on that 45-degree line. As I step through, my arms, remember, are open. Arms come in. Left hand ready for Ganambarai. Right arm ready for uchi-uke. And here. So shuto, uchi-uke. And from here, be careful I don't go over on this floor. So this is the move we're going to do now. So, what's the best way for you guys to be facing? Do it as you're doing it, guys. So, if you face me in this position, left leg in front. So we've just done this bit, Marcus. Okay, yoi. So my right leg is behind, my left leg is in front. I'm going to step with my right leg. Imagine a straight line through my feet, 45 degrees to my left front, that way. I'm going to step with the right. I'm going to turn through 180 degrees, and that's when I'm going to block. So let's do the step first. So I'm going to step and turn. Try that, guys. And then just go through it in more detail in a second. Come back again, Hangetsu-dachi. So remember your left leg's in front and you've just done the double shuto. As you step, I want you to use your right arm to help you step. Because then you're going to block like uchi-uke with your right arm. So as I step through, look, so my hands are here. As I step through, my right arm is going to help me step. My right arm throws my right leg. As my right arm throws my right leg, my left arm relaxes but comes up sharply here. So my arms have come in almost like Heian Sandan position. Left hand up, right hand down. As I drive off my left leg, uchi-uke with the right. So my left leg is going to drive as I do the double block. Right, so do a short stance, guys, with your left leg in front and arms like this. Then all I want to show short stance, all I want you to do, look, is arms to here. Left hand to your right shoulder, right arm to your left hip. 1. My left foot turns, and then I go 45 degrees and turn 180 degrees and do a double block. 1. And back again. So high stance, left leg in front, arms to the side. This time, as I turn my foot, I'm going to prepare my arms. 1. Step with the right leg. 2. And back again. So do a short stance, guys. Short stance. Watch what I do now. My right leg, I'm going to use my right arm to help me step. I'm going to use my right leg to help my right arm go faster. The right side of my body, I'm going to use the right side of my body to help me go faster. You have to use your whole body to get this dynamic step. That's right leg, right side of the body, and right arm. As I do that, from here, look, my arms come in. 1. And carry on with the right leg. 2. And when you're in this position, if you can see my arms, watch my right arm. It goes up slightly, turn, and down. And back again. From here, up, turn, down. And that's it. Back again, up, turn, and down. It's a very small movement, but it's a grab. It's a grab and strike. Right, so let's do the movement now from Hangetsu-dachi. So, hourglass, half moon stance, arms to the side. As I start to step, left foot turns, arms come in. 1. Now I want you to turn, then arm grab. 2. Now, when you turn, look at my left hand. They're in slightly, it's a shuto. Okay, so I've not got my fingers straight. They're in very slightly, very subtle look here. Shoot. And then this is a small movement. And again, if you want to hold your thumb open, that's fine. Okay, right. So we're going to do it fast now. Now let's do it slowly, 1 count. Sorry. Right. Hangetsu-dachi. Hangetsu-dachi. All you're going to do, turn slowly and grab. 1. And back again. Remember, shoulders square. Try not to be this way. Shoulders square. 2. Now, to get speed on this movement, you've got to create tension in the legs. And then you've got to uncoil in a millisecond. And the way to do it is to go through this movement slowly from here. Arms come up, and as I come down, I tense kime. And then after the 3rd kime, bang, I go fast, and then slow grab. So watch what I do, guys. I'll do it a couple of times so you can see. So just watching, so you can see the timing. So from here, I'm going to come from this position. Okay, it's 1. First ki, and then a slow grab. Watch what I do now. Half moon step, arms come in, and we just change the arms. So this movement, half moon step, Hangetsu-dachi. Okay, so I've done my grab. Remember, whatever leg's in front, that arm should be Girambarai. downward block or strike. So go to the first ki, guys, and the grab. So remember what I said about the left hand, not fingers pointing straight, coming in very slightly. So my arms are in, not too wide. Watch me here. Hold a square. I've done a half moon Hangetsu-dachi, hip square, and then grab. 2. And then I'm going to do another one here, look. 3. So this is where the kata is very explosive. So this is where we have the contrast of slow and dynamic tension with explosive movement. So you have to try and contract inside and then explode into movement. So if I'm at the first ki, I'll try it so I don't fall over. From here, look, when you step, so watch me here, when I come in, it's when I come, everything contracts in and then out, in and then out, in and then out. So if I show you fast, guys, so you get the idea of the movement. Right, here we go. So when I do the grab, I tense. And then I go, then slow, tense. Then go, then slow and tense. Okay, so it's explosive steps. A short movement, but you're going to come in and out, just like we've done the contraction and expansion, just like we've done the leg driving, just like we've done the showman hand mix, showman. So everything's working. So when you step, so if I show you from with the first ki and then the next 2 steps. So here we go. Just watch me here, guys, and I'm going to come and watch you. When I've done the first ki, so when I'm here, this movement here should also, if I exaggerate, it draws everything in. So even though it's just a grab, it's not just a grab, it's inside, the feeling is inside. So I contract and I contract. So I contract, and then when I expand on after this move here, it's a fast movement and a dead stop. So try not to do this. So when you step, try and stop. Stop. And then. See, so try and get that very dynamic step and that dynamic stop. Okay, the kata, Hangetsu, os. Os, guys.